today with Kerryjane Craigie, who is Director of Poker at the Hippodrome Casino in Leicester Square. Kerry, I've obviously known you a long time, but I realised as I was getting ready for this interview that I don't know how you originally got into poker, let alone running the card room here. Can you give us a bit of background?
It's not a traditional one. So I lived in America, wasn't allowed to work, was a lady that lunched and played tennis, and sounds glamorous and lovely, but for someone with an active brain, it's not that great. And my partner at the time would spend a lot of time overseas and going on work trips. And it's a cliche, but I stumbled across PokerStars, and I learned how to play for free on their poker tool, and then played for 1 cent, 2 cents, and then all tournaments, no cash. And then when I came back to the UK, I was playing online and on PokerStars because it was a client that I knew. Again, low stakes, sit and goes, tournaments, etc. And it was when you had the chat box and it labelled where you lived, and a couple of guys that were in the next town along started chatting to me in the chat box. And I was still only playing maybe once or twice a week, not very often, etc.
Yeah.
And they invited me to a pub game, like a pub league, and that really is the crux. That's the start of when I started playing poker.
And that was in the US?
So in the US originally, online, and then in 2005, 2006, and then started the pub games in 2008. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you went from playing to now running the card room at one of the most iconic casinos in the UK, and I think I'm right in saying you're the only female card room manager in the whole of the UK.
I am, yes.
So was it your love for poker that you thought, okay, I want to get involved in the corporate side and running events? Is that how?
So again, it goes back a little bit further. When I came back from the US, I joined Caesars UK, and I was working at their Mayfair property, the Rendezvous at the time, and then moved into the Playboy, worked at the Sportsman as well, and I introduced poker back into the Sportsman, and with a couple of colleagues, and it became a more holistic involvement in poker then. And then in 2012, the Hippodrome came knocking. They wanted me on a 3-month contract to work on the marketing of the card room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the relationship with PokerStars that they just got into partnership with. And yeah, that was 12 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say how long it's been, so 12 years, and obviously all the PokerStars branding here, so it's still going strong.
Absolutely, yeah, no, we're true partners.
And as a female in a male-dominated industry still, how's that been? As someone, you're a bit of a trailblazer in this space as a leader in poker. How has that been? Would you give any advice to people who are in sort of similar industries or looking to get into industries where it's very dominated by one group?
I'm on record as saying that poker has no bias against gender. And historically, that would have been a true directive that I would have stuck to and said that it doesn't matter what your gender. I am a true believer in any working environment that if you are the right person for the role, the right fit, the skill set, the right acumen, it makes no difference. I do feel though that in recent years, and probably since 2020, 2021, that it feels a little bit harder to be a female in the poker arena. And I have some tangible, environments to quote that on. But I think with the addition of social media, you'll see an awful lot more of examples of mistreatment, misbehaviour towards females in the card room. And I don't want to make it about females, it really shouldn't be. I was playing last month myself, and we were talking about the upcoming ladies tournament, and somebody said they think they should be illegal, and I'm like, okay, let's have a chat. And then a couple of guys at the table, it depended, and again, I don't want to bring any kind of reference to it, but it depended on age. There was a lot of the younger guys that were they think that it's the right thing to have, ladies' environments to play in. But I mean, they're not devised. It's about the messaging. they're not devised to separate.
Right.
They're devised and they're to encourage, to nurture and to support. I've had lots of females that have come into our ladies club that have not played any mixed games and refused to. It takes a little while, but now they are. But to answer your question, being a female in a male dominated working environment, I think it is a little harder now. I am a decision maker. I run a department. I have a team of 70 people.
Wow.
I have policies and procedures and consistency to work to. If a decision is made that it doesn't go in somebody's favour or they don't agree with, I think I get attacked a little bit more because I'm female and I'm seen as hard, where I don't believe that same influence would be projected on a male counterpart.
Right, wow, okay. So I was going to say, is there certain qualities and strengths that you need to have, that you do possess, that have enabled you to be such a success here?
Tenacity.
Yeah.
But that's in any business environment. I also think that thick skin. Casino environment is a unique world, and I think you can spot a casino employee from a few paces. But a thick skin, able to take it on the chin, being able to understand when someone's joking. But I give as good as I get.
Yeah.
But yeah, just and just staying true to it, keeping the faith.
Yeah, well, I think obviously you've been here 12 years doing an amazing job, and you touched on some of the female sort of focused events that you're doing. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because as something I'm doing with Bink Poker is trying to get more people interested in the game, people who may have thought about playing, but as you alluded to, might be a little bit unsure about coming to play in a live environment or even an online one. So I'd love to hear what you guys are doing here for females in particular.
Yeah, in 2014 I launched Ladies at the Hippodrome, and it's a monthly club. And we started with 7 diehards that would come every month and play, and we'd do a sit and go, and we would talk about hands. We would play it in a sense that we played a hand and then we turn cards over, and we would learn from decision making and look at that. We've continued that in terms of talking about stories, successes, bad beats, discussing hands. But now I have anything between 30 and 40, 50 people that come, ladies that come on a regular basis, on a monthly basis. We have a leaderboard where they can win trips to events that we're doing. So it's become a little bit more serious.
Yeah. And
they don't discuss the hands while they're in play, because of course that's giving away too much information.
Yeah.
But it's certainly a supportive environment, and it encourages, as I said, a lot more females to play where they wouldn't feel comfortable. But it's like, I feel like a mother hen sometimes. I watch them go like, and they go, I'm going to go play a little bit of cash, and I'm like, okay then. We're taking some females. We took a couple of ladies out to Malta. We're taking some to Vegas this year as well. We did last year. And it's just all about encouragement. And I don't know if you know that I was inducted to the Women's Poker Association International Board.
I did not know that.
So yeah, I'm a board member now of Women's Poker Association International, and we're doing lots of activity. And my remit is to spearhead the Raise It Up campaign, which was launched in America. And it's about setting a set of rules, behaviours and standards that we would like all card rooms to adopt and endorse.
Brilliant. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And that's great to hear about the numbers growing from, I think you said it was 7 diehards and now 40 odd. Having said, obviously, you said that sometimes there's been some sort of setbacks for women in poker, so that's definitely a positive. And the fact you're doing events, those events are still ongoing, so people can come down and play.
No, absolutely. So on a monthly basis, and if you want to look us up, where it's Ladies at the Hippodrome, Ladies at Poker at the Hippodrome Facebook page. Just find us, and then you'll find on a monthly basis that we meet up. Everybody's welcome. There's no fanfare, there's no flair. It's come along, have a little play with a sit and go, and meet like-minded folks. Yeah.
Amazing. And I can, I've been coming to this card room for 12 years, and it's definitely one of the nicest you can play in. It's a beautiful venue, and obviously you're in the middle of Leicester Square, the heart of London, so plenty of options, before and after poker as well. So that's great. I was going to ask, just one last question on the business side. Has there been anyone in the industry, or maybe from previous jobs or whatever, that has sort of been more like a mentor to you, that has sort of helped you get to where you are?
I wouldn't be able to pick out or single out a mentor, but I certainly have consults, people that I will go to for advice on a daily basis.
Okay.
And they change depending on, where I am in the year, where I am in the business, what the question is. But I do have a circle of male, predominantly male if I'm honest, but male and female consults that I will ask for advice or I usually start with, am I wrong here?
Yeah. You're open-minded going in with that approach.
So tell me, what do you think of this? So, but not a mentor as such, but certainly people that have had an influence and helped me along the way.
Great, and I'm sure you're helping numerous people as well in the business as well. So certainly an inspiration to a lot of people in poker, I would say.
I'd like to say that I helped some along the way.
Yeah.
And I'll always offer the best advice that I can if they need it.
That's great. So I know you're a successful poker player in your own right. I'm assuming you're heading out to Vegas this summer?
Yes. 7 weeks.
Okay, love it. Do you enjoy playing as much as you used to, or more so, or do you prefer the working in the business, or is it a similar split? Which do you prefer?
I love playing. Yeah. I still have an immense passion for poker in general. My WhatsApp says working in poker, playing in poker, or dreaming of poker, and it's still true. I am so in love with the game, and I'm still learning. And I think the day that you stop, it's been said so, the day you stop learning anything in poker, then you fall behind.
Yeah.
I play as often as I can. I don't play as many big events as I used to, just because of the need for the business, but I love sitting at a table riffling my chips, and I can't wait for Vegas. You've had previous great runs in the World Series events, so hopefully same again this summer. Fingers crossed. It's been a while.
Yeah, and then just one question about the future of poker. Where do you think, things are always, as you're saying, they're always evolving, you've got to keep learning and stuff. In terms of the industry, is there anything that you think is coming next for poker, or anything that you're looking forward to seeing?
I mean, anyone that says that they think poker's dying out has not been in a poker room or been to a poker tournament. I mean, EPT Monte Carlo has just had the best numbers that it's ever had. It's booming. You can just walk outside into the card room and we see new faces every day, and we have busy tables, weekends we have wait lists, and it's not because we haven't tables open, we'll be completely full. So I think there's a big appetite for poker, and I love that, and I think it's got it's got longevity. There's a lot of regulation and legislation around casinos in general, and that spills over into poker. It's still within the environment that needs to be regulated. But I think there is, it's I don't know, it's great. I mean, I'm biased. But it's a mindset, it's a skill that you can apply to outside factors, and it's enjoyable. It's a social environment, but it's also very competitive. I mean, who wouldn't want to be involved in that world? It's great, and I mean, you can tell, but I'm smiling, and it's not fake. I love it. I just love it.
I think, like you said at the top of the interview as well, about it having no biases. So one of the great things I think about poker is anyone can play, any gender, you don't have to be in a certain physical shape, any race, you can come from any background, any kind of job. And everyone's got different skill sets, because poker requires a lot of different skills, and some people are great at certain things and not at others. So anyone can find their place in the game, and it's obviously we think it's a great sport. So
yes, 100%. And I think that if you'd asked me when I started playing poker whether it was skill or luck, I would have erred on the side of luck. I don't think that anymore. I think the percentage is much more weighted to to skill. It's not about having the best hand. It's about convincing other people that you're beating theirs.
Yeah.
And that just gets your adrenaline going.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people ask me, who are non-poker players, they say how much of it is luck. And I always say, well, there's hundreds and thousands of people playing. We all get dealt pretty much the same hands over a period of time. Yet you still see certain people continuously doing well in this game. So that's the testament to the fact that they're skilled at the game, because the luck evens itself out. So knowing that you can work hard and study and become better at it should be encouraging to anyone who wants to do well at the game, I think. And then the final question I just wanted to ask you, if you could play heads up against anybody, doesn't have to be a poker person, who would it be and why, and what would the venue be for that game?
Oh gosh.
And you don't have to say the Hippodrome Casino.
No, I'm not allowed to play here, so it wouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
I think Monte Carlo, it's still on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
The look of that card room, just, it's a wish list. You look at it and just go, oh, I'd love to play there. That looks so amazing.
Did I tell you I played there last week?
Did you? Were you out there?
I was.
How did you do?
I did well. But we won't digress to me, but yes.
We'll do that off camera.
Incredible card room with a ceiling that kind of retracts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. You have to tell me about that in a moment. And who would I play against? I don't know if I have one. I think I'd like to play against Maria Ho.
Yeah.
Just because she is just exceptional in the female poker field, or poker in general.
Yeah.
I think for giggles, maybe Toby Stone.
Oh wow.
I would like to sit opposite Toby Stone and have a game of poker, I think it would be a very dry conversation. There'd be lots of ribbing. I'd be trying to get a read on him, which I don't think you can in any environment with Toby. And for those who don't know Toby Stone, obviously and it's not just because he's Poker Stars, but again, I've known him for a long time. I think that would be quite a fierce game.
So he's the global...
Yeah, so he's basically the head honcho tournament director, sets up all the events for all of PokerStars activity.
And he's brilliant. All the European Poker Tour events that he runs are incredible. They're flawless. They're the best. No offence, Kerryjane, but they are.
No. I've learned from him.
Yeah.
He's one of the people that I will go to. It's very often that he'll get a WhatsApp from me going, "Can I just pass this by you?" So no, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, no, he is amazing. But as are you, and thank you for giving me your time today. And congratulations again on the recent appointment as well.
Thank you very much.
So thanks a lot for your time, Kerryjane, and thank you very much for watching, guys.